For this video, we are going to talk about the existential quantifier. So many mathematical statements assert that there is an element with a certain property. In other words, there are some mathematical properties that are only true for some elements. Such statements are expressed using existential quantification. Each of the phrases, there exists, there is, for some, or for at least one, is referred to as the existential quantifier and is denoted by the symbol, which as you can see is a flipped name. Suppose we have a predicate statement P of X, wherein X belongs to a domain D. In other words, this P of X or X may be assigned with any element that belongs to a domain D. Okay. An existential statement is a statement of the form, there exists an element X belonging in D such that P of X. So the existential quantifier, again, is used to assert a property of at least one value of a variable in a domain. Suppose we have the statement P of X such that X student takes a linear algebra course. And this X belongs to a domain of a set of all computer science students. In other words, we can verify whether this statement is true or false if X is replaced with any value coming from this domain, wherein D is a set of all computer science students. Suppose we have this existential quantifier. There exists an element X or some elements X in D, P of X. So that means that at least one X in this set in D or some students, some computer science students take a linear algebra course. Okay. Expressed in natural language form, we have some, which may be denoted by this symbol, some students that are enrolled in computer science, or some X belonging in D take a linear algebra course. So this phrase, take a linear algebra course, is a certain property that students enrolled in computer science are possessing. Okay, so we have this existential quantifier, some X, P of X, such that X is in D. So we can say that it is true if we can find at least one value of X that will make this predicate P of X true. Okay. And this will be false if all elements in a certain domain and replace that to X, P of X will be false. Okay. The quantifier statement is tied to this junction. If you remember, in this junction, it will only evaluate to false if all of the statements that are being connected by an OR are all false. Okay, so it will be true if just at least one true na statement is existing. Okay, suppose we have this example. We have a set D or a domain D where D contains a list of all computer science faculty in UPB. And we have a predicate P of X such that X is male and X belongs to a domain D, meaning X may be replaced with any person that belongs in set D. Okay, so suppose we have this existential quantifier na statement. There exists X in D, P of X. Expressed in natural language form, it states some computer science faculty, or there exists a computer science faculty in UPB, which is male. So what will be the truth value of this quantification statement? With given that X is in the domain of D, or in other words, D containing a list of computer science na faculty. So, as we have mentioned, it is tied to conjunction. We simply have to replace the X with all elements of D. So we have P of Karahay or P of Ambita or P of Kalaor. And we know that replacing X with a certain value, we can have a truth value. So P of Karahay will be, Karahay is male. And we know that it is false. P of Ambita. So Ambita is male and it is also false. Okay. And however, aside from Ma'am Alni, me, and Ma'am Christy, the rest are male. Okay. So which means that these predicates P of X will result to true. For values, Fernandez, Tinzon, Superatum, Apoyon, and Araneta. So since they are being connected by OR, we can see that there is at least one true in this set. So we can say that this existential quantifier, there exists X in P of X as true. Okay, so when will it be false? So using the same set D containing a list of all computer science na faculty, and we have a predicate P of X such that X teaches physics na subjects. So the existential quantifier, there exists X in D. P of X may be stated in this natural language form. There are some teachers in the ComSci faculty that teaches physics. Okay. So what will be the truth value of this existential quantifier given that X is in the domain of D? Or in other words, given that this X is belonging to the list of computer science na faculty. So we replace X with all of the values that are belonging in D. So we have P of Karay or P of Ambita, etc. And this will all result to false because none of us are teaching physics. Okay? So we can say that there exists an X belonging in domain D, P of X is false. Okay?